Okay, everybody, happy Halloween. I'm in my office recording, I guess. Let me see. Let me get some better lighting here. Doesn't really matter. You don't want to see what I look like. You want to see what this looks like, which I'm sharing my screen with you. This is question number 4 that I bonked on the other day, and on further investigation. It was pretty simple. I don't know, I was having a brain fart. But I wanted to explain it to you thoroughly so that you got it. And I'll go through it on the whiteboard a little bit so that you can see exactly what I did. So first of all, I'm reading the question. On January 1st, Mitsu Company pays a lump sum of $2,700,000. So that $2,700,000 is where we're going to get our a portion or proportioned outcome on each of the buildings and the land and everything else. So here we go. What did I do? $2,700,000 for land and lump sum. Building 1, building 2, and land improvements. Building 1. This is important. $2,700,000 for land, building 1, building 2, and land improvements. Building 1. This is number 1. Building 1 has no value. Yep, and will be demolished. Building 2 will be an office, and it is appraised at $720,000 with a useful life of 20 years and an $80,000 salvage value. It turns out we don't need that. We're not going to depreciate anything. Land improvements 1 is valued at $480,000 and is expected to last another 16 years. The land is valued at $1,800,000. The company also incurs the following costs, and there's the costs. So we've got some appraised values that we can use. So what I did was I put a whiteboard here, and I'll go back into here. I'm kind of not that great at doing this, but let's just say this up here is appraised value, okay? And I'll put a space there even. So the land was $1,800,000. Then we go back to our problem. Oops. Then we go back to our problem. Nope. God. There we are. Go back to our problem and we go appraised at $720,000. Land improvements $480,000 and $720,000 for the other one with $720,000 right there. So $720,000 for building 2. Building 1, of course, gets demolished, but there's a cost there, and that'll come up later. So here I go back to my whiteboard. Building 1, nothing. Building 2, $720,000. So I can go here and go $720,000. And I wish I had a pen to do this with, but I don't. And then the last one was $480,000, comma, there it is. The improvements, that was the improvements. Building 2 goes down here. I'm sorry. Let me just cut and paste that. I'll delete it. 480 goes in improvements. 480. And building 2 was 720, right? So now what I got to do is multiply or make ratios out of each one of these. So what was my total was $2,700,000. So what is 1,800,000 divided? Remember, and I'll show you that. 2,700,000. 2,700,000. That's what we paid, a lump sum, 2,700,000 for all these things. That's why I have them there. Land, building 1, building 2, and improvements. So that's why I have them here. So the first one here would be $1,800,000 divided by 2,700,000 to give me a proportion. And I don't have but oh, I just go like this, divided by 2 million. Oops, I want to make that bigger. I don't go like this or like this. Divided by, my thing again. I'm not the best at this. 2,700,000. So that ends up being 60%. I did this before, so I wouldn't. So I never figured out 60% there. Building 2, of course, is gone. 720 divided by 2,000,007 equals 24%. And the improvements divided by 2,000,007. Make sure I'm recording. I hope so. Stop recording. Yeah, I think I am. You never know. I don't see it anywhere, but I just updated. I use OBS, which is an interesting program, but it works really well. If I'm not recording, I'm going to tell you something. We're going to do it in class. 16%. So that's how those are appraised, and that's the proportions. Now, what happened here is we can go 16. We're going to go 60%. 60% of what? Well, it's going to tell us here in the question. Okay, 720. We paid. Funds it. They paid 2,000,007. Lump sum of 2,007,000. No value. 720. 80, 480. The land is valued at 1,000,008. So 1,000,008. So 60%. So, oh, I know what I had to do that I didn't explain to you. This is not, I had to total these up. This is incorrect. God, I did it wrong again. Erase. And my eraser, oh gosh, not my ruler, my eraser. This is actually, I don't know how to do that. This is actually 3,000,006. Let me get this back. I could do this. Because 3,600. This is 3,000,006. 1,000,008 plus 720 plus 480 is 3,000,006. So all three of these are 3,000,006. I'm sorry. 3,6, and this one is 3,6. Oops, 6, and that's your percentages. Now I multiply those times 2,000,007, which is what we paid for everything. See, we paid 2,000,007, but the appraised values came out to 3,000,006. Which is that's a lot more. But so we multiply this out by 2,000,007, and I'm just going to go 2.7 million, and I'm going to go times 2.7 million, and down here times 2.7 million is right here, and those. So the weighted average of those ends up being 1,000,000 up here, and I'll just give it to you, 1,620,000. This one here equals 648,000. And this one here equals 432,000. So there's our three numbers, and in a weighted average of what we paid for stuff. So we've got those three numbers. Now what do? Now we have some other problems, some other things going on here. We have this cost to demolish building 1 of 340,400, and we have a cost of additional land grading of 187,400. So those are all costs to get the costs that add to the land. So we take and add those to our 1,000,006. So here, let's go back to our whiteboard, and we go like this. Well, let's do this. I can make another text box over here, and I go my 1,600,000. Come on, Cleaver. 600,000 here, and I have to add to that plus these improvements, which are 340, 400, and plus 187,400. And that's going to give me equals that all together is going to equal what we have here, which is 2,147,000. So let's see if that's right. It's 4 4 is 8, 7, 12. Yeah, and that works. So 2 million, so equals, equals what did I do wrong here? I didn't want to do that. Here we go. Clear canvas text. Oh, come on, people. Here's my text box. So all that together, 1,620,000, and we have to add those improvements plus 340,400 plus 187,400, and that all equals 2 million. What did it come out to? Let me go back over here. 2,147,800. Oh, I need the pencil back. Oh, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate this. Not being able to do stuff I want to do. We can do it here. 2,147,800. So that's what it's all equal to. You can blow this off. This I can move over here. 2,147,800 is our final answer. So now when we go back over here, we've got this January 1. The land is a debit of 2,147,000. Now where did this 648 come from? That's building 2. Cost to construct building 3 is there. The new land and all of that is here. So how do we get to building 2? Well, we had our 648 from here. 648. So we put that in. Go back over here. And we got 648. And then building 3, 2,287,000 is, or 282 is right from here. So that goes over to there. And then we had land improvements, and that came off of our calculation here, 432,000. So that goes right there. And where do these improvements, this 178 land improvements at 2, that's right here, 178. So that's the solution for all of that. I got discombobulated because there was so much information there. But so basically, I took the land, the building 2, and the improvements was all I needed, and that all added up to 3,000,006. And I got my ratios, and that's how I got to what percentage of 2,000,007 was the land, and it turns out 60%. So 60% of, and then I had to add the improvements to it. So 60% of, let's see here, 60% times 2,000,007 is 1,620 plus 340 plus 187. And then sort of fill in the blanks here. So I hope that helps, and we will we'll go over it again in class, just in cases. But I promise you I'd put that one up, so I want to make sure I did that. And I made my little thing here, even though I'm not that good with this whiteboard. I made my little sort of graphic here so that I could figure this out. All right. So I hope that helps, and I will see you tomorrow morning after Halloween. So, all right, I'll put this up in just a minute.